Hi everybody, it's Mariah here. I'm here to read you the first chapter of Song of the Sparrow by Lisa Ann Sandel, or Sandel, whatever you want to call it. So first I'm going to read you the description on the back, and then I'm going to read you the first chapter. If I go into the second chapter, it will be too long, and then it will cut off before I finish. Okay, here comes the description. Beautiful 16-year-old Elaine has a temperament as fiery as her long red hair. The daughter of a soldier in a young Arthur's army, Elaine is the sole girl in a militaristic world of men, often slipping into daydreams. She wishes that the handsome Lancelot will see her as more than a tomboy. Ooh. Then a new girl arrives. Elaine is thrilled until Guinevere proves to be cold and cruel. I'm going to read this really fast, the back. But when Elaine and Guinevere are thrown into a situation of gravest danger, the girls must band together in order to survive. Can Elaine find the strength to fight for the kingdom she has always believed in? Acclaimed author Lisa Ann Sandel brings haunting lyricism in an epic swept in this tale of love, betrayal, and war. Heartbreaking, eloquent, and gripping, this novel is a striking addition to K1 of Camelot mythology. Sorry, I've read that description like 8 times now, like trying to post the video response because it always cuts off earlier than I want it to, so anyway, I'm going to read to you the first chapter of the Song of the Sparrow. Dun dun dun. Okay, sorry, I'm really spazzy right now. I had chocolate, well, 3 of our. Acknowledgements. I love that word. Acknowledgements. But anyway. I'm going to read you the poem in the front about Elaine. I'm Elaine, daughter of Bernard of Ascalon, motherless, sisterless. I sing these words to you now, because the point of light grows smaller, ever smaller now. Even more distant now. With this song, I pray I may push back the tides of war and death. So I sing these words. That is to light this tiny ray of light, and hope may live on. I dare not to hope that I may live on too. That's the poem in the front. Yeah. And I'm going to read to you chapter 1. Motherless, sisterless, I am both. But I have brothers, dozens, nay, hundreds of brothers. Only 2 real ones, brash Lavin, and my biggest brother, thoughtful Terry. But the others are not my brothers by blood. There are so many of them. I call a few my friends. Lancelot, Arthur's second, but handsomer still Arthur himself, who is captain in his uncle's Ambergus Aurelius's army. The men here follow Arthur, but the ultimate fealty is Aurelius Duxbillerum. There is Gawain, a sweet bear of a man, and Tristan, who is all a mystery, and mischief and glee. We live here, in this army encampment, while drums beat and beat. In my dreams, and over breakfast, at sunrise and sundown. The here and home I speak of is no more than a collection of dirty, foul-smelling tents. I live here in this army encampment among men, because my mother is dead, delivered into the earth 9 years ago now. There is no one else. My father brought me here when I was 8 years old. I once heard Lavin whisper to Terry that it was a good thing that our mother lived here to see me through 8 years of life, till I was old enough to learn to use a needle and thread, and old enough to grow skilled at mending clothes. At least there is someone left to mend clothes, Lavin said. But I am just one girl, without nearly enough hands to sew tears in every man's clothing. There are too many of them. For in these days, dark battles rage on. From all sides, Britain's enemies press in on us. The painted Picts from the north, the marauding Scots from the south, and the barbarian Saxons. The marauding Scots from the west, and the barbarian Saxons from the south and east. Britain bleeds and bleeds. As men like my father and brothers, even Lavin, bleed and bleed. We move as the fighting moves, as the wind moves, so there might be peace. It's the end of chapter 1. I'm sorry if this cut off before I finished reading. If it did, then you won't hear me say sorry, but it tends to do that. If I read, sorry, I tried reading on to chapter 2 last time, and it cut off before that happened, so I'll post another video where I read chapter 2. Have a good day. I hope you like the book so far. Bye. Have fun.